Welcome to the main arena here at Crufts 2026, where we're shortly to have the Heelwork To music final. This is where the top 10 dogs that have succeeded through the semi-finals, which were earlier in January, and they have succeeded in getting into the top 10 in order to get into this amazing final today.
Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted to welcome you to the very first morning here at the World's Greatest Dog Show. Welcome. It's so good to be back here at Crufts 2026.
What a morning we've had. Heelwork To music today, which is where you're going to see the 8 Heelwork To music positions. They don't have to do all those positions, but they can select which they require according to the music. And these will be done in any direction and any pace. And that's something that the judges are going to have to take into account when they are watching each of these routines. Now, we always have 3 judges for our competitions at this level, and here is our first judge. This is Louise Ballard. All of these judges are vastly experienced. Then we have Gina Pink. She's going to be our head judge for this year. Again, very experienced, has judged here before. And our overseas judge, which is Carmen Smith from Germany. Again, another very experienced competitor and judge. So they've got the job today to try and separate these teams to find out which is going to be the winner this year. Now, they will be looking at 3 areas: content and flow, accuracy and team performance, and musical interpretation. Each of those sections has 10 marks. So under each of those headings is various points that they have to take into consideration. So there's a lot for them to be analysing just within these 4 minutes that you're going to see these dogs work. But because they are widely experienced, then they can quickly arrive at a figure, and we'll be keeping you up to date with those totals as they come in.
It is such a magical competition. All our handlers have worked so incredibly hard to get here. This is the pinnacle. This is the gold standard, ladies and gentlemen, here at Crufts. So our judges are just getting themselves set and ready.
So we have our first dog all set to go, and there will be, of course, some nerves going on. But many of these handlers we're going to see today are very experienced, the irregulars actually in this main arena. And so they were able to keep, hopefully, a lid on these nerves and not convey it to the dogs. The dogs are all being trained using what we call positive reinforcement. That's using toys and treats to keep them very excited about what they're doing. And here is our first dog. Now, this is Marley, owned by Susan Dooney, who is a regular out here, and she's performing to a track called The Shepherd, which is quite apt, as Marley, in his other life, is also a sheepdog, and they've just started venturing into the world of sheepdog trials, a very different sport. But here, he's got to have his concentration on. So, here we go. What a lovely way to start off this Heelwork To music competition. A lovely performance from this pair, nice and flowing, and with Susan, she has such lovely calm handling, this dog. You could see the energy he had there in this heel work positions, and her lovely calm handling. She always has lovely handling of her dogs, and it really suited this dog because you could see he really wanted sort of to get going almost. But the lovely tight positions, that's something which will go down well with the judges. And this doesn't happen overnight. These dogs will have taken many years. Marley's 4 years old. It will have taken that time to get these dogs to be working for 4 minutes with no rewards during it. But you can see how much this dog is just enjoying it. And that's the key to Heelwork To music and freestyle that we have tomorrow. It's about getting this attitude from the dog. You can see there that Marley's just looking at the owner. It's like, what do you want? What are we going to do together? And it's forming that bond with that dog, which is such a great thing that you can showcase within this sport.
The accuracy of those heel work positions, making sure they are accurately and smoothly executed.
So the judges will have been watching that, and they will be analysing under our 3 areas what mark that they're going to give out of 10. It's sometimes nowadays rare to actually get any 10 from a judge. And you can see here we've got some nice scores there, nice interpretation, and an 8 from some of the judges. So 22.47 is a good score to kick the competition off with.
For our next routine, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with 7-year-old.
So here is our second competitor, and this is Lucy Creek with Jingle. Jingle is 7 years old, Border Collie, and she's been here before, and Lucy Creek is a past winner with another dog. And Jingle here is a very busy little dog, loves to work. They're performing to Say Something.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small. It was over my head. I know nothing at all. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I will swallow my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. And anywhere I would have followed you. Oh, say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something.
Quite an emotional type of routine, that, and the great thing is that you can choose the right bit of music for your dogs, and that's something the judges will be looking at as to whether or not that they feel that music suited the team. And there was a good example of something that's in under musical interpretation. It says that the primary emphasis should obviously be on the dog's movement, but the handler may be expressive, and that's what we saw there with Lucy's movements. She was contributing to the routine. She was giving us that emotional representation in her movements to just aid that routine, just give it that little bit more. And Jingle, as you can see there, adoringly looking up at Lucy, and Jingle's actually produced 2 litters of pups, and we're actually going to see one of those in a little bit, and another one tomorrow in the freestyle final. So she's been a very good dog for Lucy, not only getting to the top level in competition, but also producing the sort of next generation.
So, our 3 judges who are putting their scores into the big screen, we will see the average of each of those.
So we've got Susan now on 22.47, and so we'll shortly see what Lucy and Jingle can produce. And here we have 25.10. Again, another good score there, into the 8s, and even a 9 there from one of the judges for the interpretation. And that's why we have 3 judges, because it's all averaged, and everybody has just a slightly different view and interprets the rules slightly differently. And so we're now on to our 3rd competitor, and this is actually last year's winner of this class. This is Lucy Heath with Foxy. Foxy's 12 years old, and Foxy's very much like a fine wine. She's matured and she's got better with age. This is her 4th time in the Heelwork To Music final, and they are working to a whole new world. As you see, they've got their flying carpet there. They're ready to fly around the arena.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But now from way up here, far, I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. With new horizons to pursue, I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say how they treat me. A whole new world, with new horizons to pursue. I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world. That's where we'll be. Where we will be. A thrilling change. A wondrous place for you and
A very nice flowing performance there from Lucy and Foxy, showing their experience of being out there in the main arena, using the arena as well, and that's something the judges are going to be looking for. Did the handler stay in one area, or did they move out? And choosing the right bit of music is so important for these Heelworks music dogs, because you've got to have a piece of music that allows you to go slow at one point and then move out at another. And Foxy's got a lovely trot, and so you want to show that off. And the beauty about this sport is that you can show off your dog strengths. Look at Foxy go there, trotting away at 12 years old, still enjoying being out there working with Lucy, with that sort of relationship that they've built over, especially the last few years, when Foxy's really sort of come into her own and nailing that finish pose, which is always a good thing. You want the dog to hit that finish pose. You don't want that to be messed up, because that's the last thing those judges are going to see before they look down to their pads and give that score that you hope is going to hopefully take you into the lead.
From a totally different point of view, obviously, because previously you're managing everything that's going around, including backstage, and awful lot goes into making this the absolute best dog show of the year. But sitting here is a real privilege and an honour. I'm really loving it.
Well, we are delighted to have you on our judging panel. Tell us a little bit more about those precise heel work positions.
Yeah.
How many are there?
Yeah, we are looking, today is the finals for the UK Heelwork To music, tomorrow is freestyle, and we have 8 heelwork positions. We're looking for the dog working in as many of those positions as possible, but we do not expect all of the positions. They do not have to do them. The dog has to be in to your left, to your right, across the front, across the back. We're also looking for good coverage of the space. We're looking for accuracy, variation of pace, so speeds and changes, and a nice smooth transition from one position to another with as little hand movement from the handler as possible.
And they do make it look absolutely seamless. They make it look so easy,
yeah.
but it's so much training involved.
They make it look easy, but I know how many hours of work these people have put in.
Well, thank you so much. Our head
Thank
judge,
you.
Gina Pink,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen. Okay, the scores are in. Let's take a look at the big screen. The score now
Explanation
for
there
Lucy,
from
Heath and
our
Foxy.
head judge, Gina Pink. And look at that score, into the lead, 27.17. It did look good. And look at those 9s. That's what you're looking for, and that's what you're aiming for. All those hours of training over the years have been put in to that dog to get it to work at that level. So, the next dog is making his first appearance in the ring, and the handler as well. This is Bev Lockett with Ford, and Ford is actually Jingle that we saw at running number 2, her son. And they're going to be performing to Kiss by Tom Jones, if you can't tell by the outfit.
You don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't need experience to turn me out. You just leave it all up to me. I'll show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss. You gotta not talk dirty, baby, if you wanna impress me. You can't be too flirty, mama. I know how to undress me. Let me be your fantasy, then maybe you could be mine. You just leave it all up to me. We can have a good time. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kid. Think I better dance now. Women and girls rule my world. I say they rule my world. At your age, mama, not your shoe size. Maybe we could do the twirl. You don't have to watch Dynasty to have an attitude. You gotta leave it all up to me. My love will be your food. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular
Well, I'm sure Bev is going to be over the moon with Ford in his first appearance in the main arena. He just had a little look at the start as if to say, where am I? But then, the solid dog that he is, he got in position, and Bev's such a lovely handler, full of sort of happiness when she's working with the dog, and giving it a little bit of performance there, which will help boost Ford as well, because he's used to his mum sort of rocking away with the music. And Ford nailing his positions, nice behind the body position there. And a great first performance in this ring, which is what you want to do. You want to bring a young dog into this arena in their first ever appearance at Crufts, and you just want them to get through it, do a nice solid performance, and that's what Ford did today. And again, you're seeing this lovely relationship again that these handlers, through the many hours of work that they do with these dogs, that you can see that bond coming through during these performances.
So we wait scores for that fantastic routine to Kiss by Tom Jones, Bev Lockett and Ford. The score to beat is 27.17.
So Foxy and Lucy Heath are in the lead at the moment, 27.17. And here we have 20.67 for Bev and Ford. And as I say, I'm sure Bev is going to be over the moon. She's got through her first ever Crufts performance, and it's a real honour just to get here into the top 10. They've had to go through the semi-finals, and that's very nerve-wracking as well. Now here we have somebody who's vastly experienced. She's won these finals, and this is Nikki with Elsa. Now Elsa is 9 years old. She's a very excitable red and white border collie, and she'll be performing in the freestyle as well tomorrow. As you can tell by the outfit, they are performing to a pirate track. It's actually called Up Is Down and He's a Pirate. So I'm sure this is going to be have some quite fast elements to it, because you can see Elsa's already revving herself up ready. Here we go. Well, I said it might be fast and furious in places, and it certainly was a very active routine. And some lovely use of the music there, and you're hearing those accents in the music where the handler has to sort of interpret that, and very often we'll do a transition, and some difficult transitions there, but they were done on the music, and that's going to go down well with the judges. If you have accents in the music there that you have to hit, you've really got to have good timing, and you've got to hit it on that bit, because if you don't do that transition on that bit of music, it looks a bit wrong. So it's extra pressure on these handlers, and one of the tricks of an experienced handler like Nikki is we might sort of be watching it and think it's gone very smoothly, but she'll probably tell you, oh, there were some bits that didn't go well, and that's one of the top things that these advanced handlers can do. They can keep the routine going, they can make those instant decisions to make it look like it's still going completely right, and that's what you've got to portray to the judges, because you don't have to like put your routine in before you go into the ring, you don't have to stick to it, but what you do need to do is keep those judges thinking everything is going perfectly right. And so the handlers will be very experienced at keeping it going, trying to cover those mistakes and make it look seamless.
Is the next category, number 10 up Crufts, the dog working in a natural work-united manner, making sure those heelwork positions that Gina told us about earlier are as accurate as possible. And finally, some interpretation to the final category.
So I'm sure we're up for a good score here, and yes, into second place on 26.23. So I'm sure she'll be very pleased with that, and we'll of course see Elsa tomorrow in the freestyle as well. Next we have Lorna with her lovely Nora. Nora is 7 years old and she's working sheepdog. Now we're going to have a bit more Arabian music, because they're going to be performing to Arabian Nights and Walk Like an Egyptian. Now these are a very experienced freestyle pair. They've won the Crufts freestyle final, and so they're making their bid for the Heelwork To music final this year. So we wish them luck, Lorna and Nora.
The sun's from the west and the sand in the glass is right. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet and fly to another Arabian night. As you wind through the streets and the fabled bazaars with the cardamom-cluttered stalls, you can smell every spice while you haggle the price of the silks and the satin shawls. Oh, the music that plays as you move through a maze in the haze of your pure delight. You are caught in a dance, you are lost in the trance of another Arabian night. Arabian nights, like Arabian days, more often than not, are hotter than hot in a lot of good ways. Arabian nights, like Arabian dreams. This mystical land of magic and sand is more than it seems.
Crocodiles
Slide your feet up the street, bend your back, shift your arm, then you pull it back. Like it's hard to know. So strike a pose on a Cadillac. If you wanna find all the cops, they're hanging out in the donut shop. They sing and dance. They spin the club, cruise down the block. All the Japanese, the they and the party boys call the Kremlin. And the Chinese know. They walk the line like Egyptian. All the cops in the donut shop say. Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian.
Well, Nora loving her time out there, and these two have such a great relationship. Nora and Lorna have gone from starting out in this sport right up to this top level, and it just shows if you have that dream, you put the work in, that you can get here in the finals. And Nora will be in the freestyle final as well tomorrow, and as you can see there, she's got that dressed collar on, and the dogs are allowed to wear a dressed collar as long as it's appropriate for the routine, and you can see how it matched with the outfit of the handler. And the handler is allowed to have a costume on. It should never distract from the dog, but it should aid sort of the presentation of the routine. And Lorna changed the music up part way through, and that will have been done deliberately so that she can showcase other things that Nora can do, or heel work at a faster pace. And some interesting transitions there as well, because you don't want the transitions all to be the same. You want to present that variation to the judges for hopefully a good score.
What is the difference between the two competitions?
Okay, so with freestyle, we're looking for the dog to be working further away from us. And with heel work, we like them to be nice and close. And we've got sort of 8 different positions that they can be in. But also, there has to be a third, no, there has to be up to a third freestyle in heel work. So you can't go overdo the freestyle in a heel work routine.
I see. So in the freestyle composition, they still have to incorporate a third of...
No, in freestyle, they can pretty much do
Oh, I see. It's the other
whatever
way
they
around.
like to do, but in
I'm
heel
with
work,
you.
they're limited with how much freestyle they can put into it.
Fantastic. Okay. And like you say, wanting them to work as much of the floor as possible.
Yes, we like to see them travelling around the ring, so use of the ring is one of the things we're looking for when we're marking and judging the dogs.
Thank you so much. Louise Ballard, ladies and gentlemen. Louise is going to be with us, of course, for the entirety of the competition. So, the scores are in. Ladies and gentlemen, cast your eyes on the big screen.
Here is the scores for Lorna and Nora, and 22.90 there. Going into 4th place. I'm sure they're going to be happy with that.
Well, it's a great score for Lorna Hayes and Nora. Give Lorna a big round of applause into 4th place.
So here is our seventh competitor, Heather Smith and Bosie. Now we're used to seeing Heather in this ring many times before, but always with a bearded collie. This is the first time she's in the ring with her working sheepdog Bosie. They're 7 years old. Now her actual costume there might give you an idea about her music. She's performing to a medley from the soundtrack of Edward Scissorhands. This is how different music can be for a Heelwork To music competition. It can go from an emotional piece to something completely different. So this will be a interesting start, I'm sure, from Heather and Bosie. Interesting start pose. Well, a very nice, crisp, clean performance there from Heather and Bosie, holding some very nice heel work positions. And for sort of top marks, you can't be holding your hands down on your leg or behind you to help the dog. And there you saw the dog holding some very nice, crisp positions. The dog knew where it had to be, which shows many hours of training. And you can see the dog really was aware of where it had to be. The positions around the handler's body. The handler wasn't having to guide the dog in, so the handler was giving it the vocal command to get into whatever position, and the dog was gaining that position. Some interesting static positions there with the two legs into the air, just using the music there to represent either the different heel work positions or when the music went quiet or had an accent in it. So a nice crisp, clean performance. We'll see what the judges thought of that in a short while.
We still have 3 more routines to see in this Heelwork To music competition. As we heard, tomorrow is the freestyle competition, and then if you're here with us for the weekend, do not miss the international freestyle competition on Saturday.
Now Heather and Bosie will be back tomorrow. They're in the freestyle competition as well, where you'll see the totally other end of the sport, where we see a lot more of the tricks, etc. But a good score there, 26.37 into second place for Bosie, and I'm sure those accurate positions really did help bring that score up. A good content mark there. And it's Lucy Creek again with her second dog, Bakersfield, a 5-year-old border collie, and they're going to perform to Paint It Black. And this is Bakersfield, whose father was Skiffle, who Lucy won these finals with a few years ago. So it's all in the genes here, you see. Is Bakersfield going to follow in his father's footsteps?
I see your red door and I want it painted black. No, 'cause
Another nice performance from Lucy and Bakersfield. Bakersfield has been quite a sensitive dog to train, but every year I see him, he gets more confident in his performance. A very striking looking dog, who again we're going to see in the freestyle tomorrow, and it's quite a lot of work for these handlers to form both a routine for heel work and a routine for freestyle, and also make sure that the dogs aren't getting confused between the two routines. And we're seeing a few props within the routines this year in the Heelwork To music, and often we don't see many props. We see them all in the freestyle. Tomorrow, if you're watching, we see a lot of props because they open up different avenues for the handler, different moves that they can present. But it's nice to see some props being used there, the use of the door to reflect the lyrics of the music, and using the dog, transitioning, using the door as a transition in the music to go from one position to another was an interesting difference, which might go down well with those judges. So we only have 2 dogs to go after just seeing Bakersfield with Lucy. 27.17 is Foxy still out the front there. And 26.47 just going ahead of Bosie. So it's all getting a bit tight in the scoring. Some nice 9s there in interpretation. And so we have dog number 9, team number 9, Helen, with the lovely Cara. Now Cara is 11 years old, and they are veterans of this main arena. They are well practiced. They've been out here many times before. They're performing to You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, which is from the cast of Wonka. And as I say, Cara very experienced, as well as Helen. Helen, a lovely quiet handler, and I'm sure she's going to do a good performance today.
Jungle near Mumbai, there's a little hoverfly whose wings go at 1,000 flaps a second, that's no lie. These microscopic fleas, like chocolate more than leaves, and when asked nicely, lay precisely 1 little egg in each of these. When it hatches from its shell, it gives a happy yell. Woohoo! How thrilling to be living in a chocolate hotel. It beats its wings with glee, and then as you will see, the chocolate will levitate and float most gracefully. So the taxis never stop. The girls think you're a flop. You're wet and cold, you're getting old, your confidence is shot.
It's true.
When people look at you, they seem to look straight through, or like you're something brown they found upon the bottom of their shoe.
Have you been following me?
But this should lift the gloom, my giraffe milk macaroon. Just take a chance and you'll be dancing to a different tune. Goodbye to feeling small and frightened of it all. Just eat a few of these and you'll be feeling 10 feet tall. Well, there's chocolate, and there's chocolate. Only Wonka's makes your confidence skyrocket. Put your hand into your pocket, get yourself some Wonka chocolate.
Madam, just 1 kiss.
Yes, please.
You've never had chocolate like this.
Have you tried his new one? No. Oh, you got to have a go.
Just pop one in and everything becomes a Broadway show.
The news that makes you gasp, the jokes that make you laugh. All that you say and do all day will be choreographed.
Lost your hair, can't think where, feeling fairly bare up there. Don't despair, I come prepared, behold my hair repair eclair. It's made from ground vanilla, from the markets of Manila. Take heed, eat more than 3 and you'll end up like a gorilla.
Well, there's chocolate,
And there's chocolate.
only Wonka makes you walk around the chocolate.
sure they're all frisked. Have you ever had chocolate like this?
I've never had chocolate like this.
Well, there's chocolate. I understand it. And there's chocolate. Totally true.
Only one can try to hold a crew of profits.
Yes, but what I'm trying to tell you is that
If we don't get on top of this, we'll go bust.
Chocolate-apocalypse.
We'll cease to exist.
But fellas, you've never had chocolate like this.
No, we've never had chocolate like this.
Only mine will find you buying wedding chocolates.
We have just tied the knot, and it's all because of Uncle's chocolate. Off to a life of bliss.
You've never had chocolate like this.
No, we've never had chocolate like this.
Have you ever had chocolate like this?
As we've got used to with Helen and Cara, another solid performance. And Cara, whenever you watch her, she's always got that smile on her face. She's always loving it. She's wagging that tail. She loves performing out there, no matter whether it's Heelwork To music or freestyle. And if you're watching this for the first time and you're coming to the show, do go and have a look at the other arenas where there's Heelwork To music demonstrations which are showing you how you can get started in this sport. And it's so easy to get started because you don't need any expensive equipment. You just need some treats or a toy, a dog, and off you go. You don't even need a big area. You can all do the starting moves and positions in your front room. It can't be any simpler. So there's plenty of instruction online on how to get started with some of these basic things, but do come along to the show and have a look and talk to some of these handlers. You will be seeing them around the show doing demonstrations, and they'll be able to help you how you get started.
Doing your judging here. We're talking a lot about the accuracy and the flow of the routine, which is one of the things you are marking on here. What does that mean for people who are new to Heelwork To music?
Well, the flow does mean the naturally transitions between the different positions in a heel work. The flow does mean the following of the dog in the movement, in the speeds of the handler. Does it look easily and really naturally? But I really also have a look of the accuracy. Does the dog knows his position exactly? Can he keep it for a long time of a routine? And very important, does he feel comfortable in these positions? And the next point would be the musical interpretation. It's also, does the handler use the points in this in the music to make the routine very interesting.
And to tell a story and to bring it to life. And I think we really saw that in that routine there, didn't we? So that's fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Carmen Smith, ladies and gentlemen, our international judge. Thank you for your insights. Okay, the scores are in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's...
So we've just seen Helen and Cara, and they have scored 22.77 into 7th place. So our final competitor is Michelle with Naya, and she's 6 years old, Border Collie. They're performing to Heartless, the evolution of the evil queen. And apparently Naya likes tennis balls like you wouldn't believe. There'll be one at the back apparently as her major reward. Like many Border Collies, loves that tennis ball. So we wish Naya and Michelle well. Final routine of this championship.
There once lived a queen, her beauty extolled, but hers was a heart bitter, empty and cold. Fear reared its head at each morning's rise, that one day her beauty would be compromised.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all?
You, my queen, with your beauty so rare, none in the kingdom could hope to compare.
Whispers in the mirror glass, a woman afraid her time has passed. She knows the world sees only skin, where beauty reigns and the heartless win. Mirror, mirror on the wall, show the truth behind it all. Reflections twist, but I remain a figure carved in beauty's pain. She's heartless, but she plays the game with a whip fade and burn out like flames. She's thoughtless of the heart she breaks, 'cause she learned to get what you want to take. She fights to keep what the years betray, while she waits for the world to throw her away. Heartless is what she became. It's the word that taught her to be heartless. In the mirror she traces lines unseen, the quiet fear of what they mean. The truth she sees is a harsh reflection. The years go by but never her obsession. In a game where rules are made by men, she plays her part 'cause she knows the end. Her face of blade cuts deep in silence. She learned to win by choosing violence. Mirror, mirror on the wall, show the truth behind it all. Reflections twist, but I remain a figure carved in beauty's pain. She's heartless, but she plays the game with a weak fate and burn out like flames. She's heartless, is what she became. It's the world that taught her. Woman sent to age a curse, beauty gained but never worse. 1,000 faces, all her own, a queen who's made of ice and stone. Ice and stone. Mirror, mirror on the wall, show the truth behind it all. Reflections twist, but I remain a figure caught in beauty's pain. It's the world that taught her what a beauty brought her. She fights to keep what the years betray, while she waits for the world to throw her away. Heartless is what she became. It's the world that taught her. You'll be heartless.
Wow, there's an interesting ending there to that routine, and good use of wheels on a prop there, wasn't it? Because it's very easy when you have a prop to leave it in a particular part of the ring, and then it means you tend to stay round it. But wheels on a prop there meant that they could move the mirror so that then they could use a bit more of the arena there. And some nice use of the props there, moving them whilst the dog is still doing heel work. And there was a nice bit there where the handler was drinking the poison and the dog was still changing positions, but the hands were obviously up towards her face, which again shows to the judges that this dog has been well trained. It knows the positions, it's being told to twist, say, into this position next, and the handler's not having to guide it there. So that will go down quite well with the judges. And again, another really happy dog there, wagging her tail throughout the routine. And powerful music as well, wasn't it? And that's where you've really got to pick the right music for your dog. So perhaps the heavier dog can take that sort of behind the scenes, waiting to see what this last score is.
I would like to say a huge thank you to our 3 judges. Our international judge, a huge thank you to Carmen Schmitz, to Louise Ballard.
While we're just waiting for that final score, do come back tomorrow for the freestyle final. Oh, look at this, 27.83. Oh, the judges liked that, and giving quite high 9s there for interpretation. They loved that interpretation. Accuracy was good, as well as a nice varied content. So Michelle and Naya will be over the moon because Naya was due to be here last year, but unfortunately decided to come into this season at the wrong point. So there we see it. Kinaway, Heart on Fire, Michelle Dodson, 27.83. Just pipping Lucy with a lovely Foxy in 27.17, and Lucy and Bakersfield in 3rd. It's been a very high standard event, and we're all set, as I say, to see it all again tomorrow, with many of these dogs appearing again, so they will be knowing what this arena means, and again bringing their A game, I'm sure, to the freestyle.
Please give them a huge round of applause, all of our Heelwork to Music finalists and their dogs, as they welcome them back into the arena for the presentation. Okay, to present our top 3, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome into the arena Mr. David Craig, board member of the Royal Kennel Club, and Sarah Buckley, customer and portfolio activation head of Mars Pet Care North Europe. Please give them a round of applause as they come into the arena to present your top 3. First of all, your winner with a score of 27.83, the winner of the Heelwork To Music Competition 2026, with near Michelle Dodson.
So here's our winner, Michelle Dodson with Naya, and actually
your runner-up in second
Michelle's
place with
mum,
Foxy,
Carol,
and a
has
great
won
score
this
of 27.17, Lucy
competition in the
Heath.
past. So it's a first, really. Mother and daughter both having won
And
this
in third place
brilliant
with a score
Heelwork
of
To Music competition. And there we see
26.47
Foxy
with
in second place,
Bakersfield,
holding her
Lucy
beloved
Creek.
Frisbee. And then Lucy Creek with Bakersfield. We'll be back for the
Congratulations
freestyle
to our top
tomorrow.
3. Well done to all
Striking
of our
tricolour
finalists.
border collie.
Thank you to our judges.